Welcome, my lovely Geminis. Gemini, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of October 28th through November 3rd, 2019. Remember, time is merely a pretense. And these could be past, present, or future energies or lessons. Gemini, this is also a general reading, sun, moon, house, rising position. Also, cross watchers welcome, and roles can be reversed, but it's still a general reading and will not apply to all. Why no cards of intention this week? Well, because the new moon in Scorpio, as troubling as it is, mourning the past, it's going to be a Five of Cups kind of energy, and we want to move on to that death energy, believe it or not, the Scorpio part of it, and we want to move on to that feeling of goodbye, old self, I'm through with you. All right, so me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling, of course with unconditional love and gratitude, which gives me the opportunity to say thank you so much for supporting my channel, Gems. Please subscribe now and like if you haven't yet, because it all does help me continue on. And if this message isn't for you this week, of course there could be more for you next week, but do hang around, because I think most of my readings do pop up little messages for all people of all gems in your Gemini reading. All right, so Scorpio, what do we have? Too much. Scorpio is all about killing off that old self, that old life, especially when we get the information that it's absolutely useless to us, which is coming in, and it's going to flip our worlds upside down. There's information that's coming that's going to make a change in us, in our minds. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, but it's also deep waters, which means it's not going to be a big physical change, although some of us might go through that, of course, as the energies deepen for others and lighten for others. But it's all going to move into Mercury retrograde, and we're going to take that new information that's flipped our life upside down, and we're going to integrate and reevaluate and reconsider and reset ourselves for 2020. People are looking ahead to it. I see a lot of astrologers calling it out as an opportunity, as it's two new decades, and it's a 2020, it's a completion decade, but it's physical and spiritual completion, and doubly so with the twos on it. So it's very exciting stuff, but that deep, dark Scorpio death work, yes, we are doing that now. I'm going to pull cards from the tarot for just whatever my lovely gems need to know this week from Spirit, and then I'm going to dare to do a love reading from my Egyptian cards for my Geminis. See what's going on in your love life, because we all want to know, and I'm in an amorous mood. So what do my Geminis need to know about this Scorpio week, Halloween week? The veil will be light. I only picked up that my lovely Scorpios are the only ones who have it in them to have a very ghostly-like moment. Spirits visiting them. I haven't picked that up for anybody else. Oh, lots of messages for you, my darling, with the Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups is the message. It is a love message. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune has spun for you. Your life is spun, and it's going to land somewhere. Wherever it lands, it's not that bad. It's not as much of a party as you wanted. It's not what you wanted. It's not what your heart desired with this Princess of Cups in reverse. But with the Prince of Cups in reverse, you're not happy about it yet. You're still being a little bratty about it. You're still a little grumpy about it, let's just say. But instead of playing with this dolphin, you're taking a ride, and you're starting to move forward on this. Not in the best way. You're still grumpy about it because something didn't turn out your way. But with this Wheel of Fortune in the upright, you're softening and you're starting to take action with this Prince of Cups, albeit in reverse, and albeit a bit bratty and a bit selfish. But that's just because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to be able to rest with this Four of Swords in reverse and call a truce. In theory. You're still not going to like the people involved in this. You're still mad at some people for what they've done to you, and you still have a little bitterness for where you're ending up, like where you had to go, where this Wheel of Fortune is dropping your existence. But you are going to be able to rest. There is going to be rest there for you, and it's going to be a thinking time for you with these swords underneath you. And they're really over you with the Four of Swords in the reverse, meaning that you got some things to figure out anyway. So you weren't heading in a good direction anyhow, and so this is what you think is a total disturbance and a push into a different world and in a way you didn't want to be. is actually a spiritual course correction. And you aren't going to know it until you really think it through and really start thinking, okay, here I am. This is what's happened. I've either lost a job or a home, or I had to make a move that, to stabilize, or somebody had to make a move from underneath me. It kind of has that feeling of that rug being pulled out from underneath you, and it just, it's going to be like almost the best thing that ever happened to you. It's still not going to feel that great. You still feel it's not fair. You still feel that, this Three of Swords it's kind of heartbreaking for you. You didn't plan on this. It's not what your heart wanted. It's information that, it's like, I remember my roommate telling me, the first time, his father had passed away. And the first time he went to pick up his dad after chemotherapy, the man couldn't put his shoes on. And it made him realize the frailty of his father. And that was a gentle moment that we all come to when people age around us. But this is like finding out somebody's an asshole when you thought they were a saint. It is that moment where it's such great disappointment. The heartbreak, it's a shattering of information. And it's not fair. And you maybe realize that you haven't been fair. This is something you really have to consider. The Four of Swords card is a consideration card, an adjustment card, a thinking through card, as is the Justice card. The Justice card is an adjustment card, not a punishment card. It is really thinking it through so it's fair and correct. And you're having a little trouble understanding why this heartbreak exists, why this is the way it is. It could also be, it feels like interference. It feels like somebody interfered with your heart's desire nonetheless, and it ain't fair. But you're going to find a way to balance this out. I have the Six of Wands here, which is the Victory card, and the Ace of Pence. This is going to be a victory for everyone. It doesn't seem fair to you right now, but it's going to help everybody win, and it's going to put you on a new financial start. This is a new opportunity for you. An Ace of Pence is definitely a moving card, but it's also, for many readers, but it's also a new beginning. And sometimes it's that new beginning where your bank account is empty, this is like barely skipping living out of your car. And it didn't turn out the way you wanted, of course, but, you're still going to do well. You're still going to be okay. And this Princess of Cups and this Prince of Cups might not be you being a brat. It might be other people being a brat because the Wheel of Fortune spun poorly for somebody. And, but it's going to work for you. It's going to work out for you. These are really good cards. I know you're a little heartbroken and you're a little disappointed in the people around you. It doesn't feel like a heartbreak, like a breakup. It feels just like disappointment. It's like, when your mom's like, I'm not mad. I'm not sad. You just disappointed me. It has that energy on it. But it's real. It does hurt. No, not without a doubt. It does hurt. So, But as you process this information, you're going to begin to see the victory possible here. You're going to see that everyone is going to win with this, and you are going to have a fresh new start. It may feel like everything's been taken away from you in a way, too. I'm picking up on that. But sometimes when everything's taken away from you, don't forget some burdens were taken away. I mean, some peachy things, some good things were taken away, but some awful things were taken away for this fresh Ace of Pence start. So always keep that in mind. Wow. Yeah, I think that Princess of Cups and the Prince of Cups might not even be you. It might just be brat. It just has that energy of, I thought we were adults. Can we not have an adult conversation? And that doesn't mean we get to cuss at each other and talk about sex. It means, can we have a mature conversation? King of Wands, Kingdom Building, Seven of Swords. Okay. And the Magician. This is interesting energy for you, my loves. Because the reality here is that this King of Wands can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your energy. The Magician tends to be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for me, mostly an Aquarius, but with the Seven of Swords next to it, the truth of it, somebody came into some trouble, this King of Wands, this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it sucked. They've been through it. They've been stuck a bit. And they've run into some trouble, some painful truths about that trouble. And they're making adjustments to manifest the Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles, just it's information about a new start, but moreover, it's just a new start, period. Somebody needs to manifest away from this Seven of Swords, from this, I mean, it's basically highway robbery, whatever you're working with. That's all it is. Don't take it personally. People are just afraid of being robbed, and mostly robbed of their ability to manifest. This manifestation card is their ability to manifest that they're worried about. People are afraid that that's what it is. That's why people are misbehaving. Advice from Spirit, King of Pence. All right. King of Pence. This King of Wands may help you get out of this Seven of Swords energy. Remember, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This King of Wands may help you get out of this Seven of Swords energy and then help you start manifest more. Because of this Ace of Pence, I assume that the Princess of Pence would be your new journey, and that manifestation, you're going to be able to manifest again. And so you won't really care about anything else. All right, what do we have here? From Advice from Spirit, take it easy. King of Pence, don't build a kingdom. Don't try and build a kingdom from the corner of a rented room, a borrowed room. And also the Hermit card, go relight your light. You just need to reset yourself, because this is that Mercury retrograde. Two of Cups, don't extend any offers. Don't try any new love or new connections before you can really get through that Mercury retrograde and process this information. It's hard information. It's finding out the adults aren't the adults. That sucks. Trust me, I've been through it more than once, and every stage and step in your life, you kind of go through that. You're going to have to process this information, relight your own light. Relight your own light and step forward in your own light. Find your guiding light with the Hermit card. Because, yeah, you're going to balance your love. This is walking away. Walking away. This is love energy. It's walking away, and this is walking away because you have a love option. You have a good option. But this is also cutting off a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that you have to remove from your energy. That position no longer serves you. If you are seeing this person, it's over. You've learned all you can from this person. It doesn't feel like a breakup. It feels like a moving on. It feels like you have to go somewhere else to succeed. You've learned all you can. You've done all you can here. It has that feeling of moving on. Like, it won't, if it's a breakup, it's not going to be an awful breakup. You won't be swinging this Nine of Swords around and cutting each other off and yelling at each other with difficulty. But it feels just more like a separation that's just, it could even be separating from roommates or separating from, but this person did nurture you. This person is a nurturing person in the upright. And they did give you something that you're not going to let go of, that it's going to help you in the future. But the situation we're looking at now is not, it's not going to continue anymore in the same way it has. That does have you a little nervous, but not supremely so. Because you were balancing your emotions with that 8 and another 8, balancing your finances. This Ace of Diamonds, so does the Ace of Pence in reverse. It did come out in the upright in the tarot spread, but it's not time yet to be spending $1 billion. You are going to be able to balance your energy, but you are going to be able to have a harvest, but it ain't quite what you thought it was, because things are a little bit tough right now. A few energies of lack have really hit you, and it's going to take a moment to recover, and that's the advice, is hello, it's going to take a moment for you to recover, but you're in the right. You're in the right philosophy. You're in the right mind. You're going to get the information that it's time to just hold back a little. and keep a look around. Enjoy your Mercury retrograde. I think it's going to be a lot easier for you than you think, because you're going to be walking in with the right information, the right inspiration, the true truth, and you're just going to rest your heart in that. You're just going to rest your rest on your laurels a bit. Not even rest on your laurels. You're just going to take a load off for a little bit, because you've been fighting for something. You've been working very hard. It looks like you have a harvest that, okay, this harvest was good, but you just had too many expenses, kind of feeling. This harvest was good. You planted, you did everything right, but the way other things were set up, it's almost like it didn't matter. And so in an effort, this is the love portion of the reading, and this is the connection portion. So in this big change you're going through, I feel like in entering the retrograde, you're going to just rest you're in the right. This is the right information, but you're going to rest your heart. You're going to take a moment, take a break, regroup, for that retrograde. Pull a couple of cards from advice from Spirit, just to see what else they might have for my lovely gems, because it's a major change, and it's definitely one of those psychological changes, as Scorpio has promised. It changes how you look at the adults around you. And even though you might be a 40-year-old standing in that position, I can tell you, your parents still let you down, and you still let down your parents. But, oh, wow. Queen of Cups. There's a water sign in your energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this can just be you going towards your abundance. You're going to do this. This is willingly moving towards your abundance, ending the financial situation as it was, so you can move on to a new game. It's just the one you're working with right now, the setup you have, either your bills are too much, you've taken on too much, you're taking care of too many people, you have too many responsibilities, and you need to end that cycle. This is physical and spiritual completion of this cycle, because you need to really let go of your heart. So there's a lot of encouraging things from Spirit right now with this Queen of Hearts in your energy. I don't feel it's even a person. It's a feeling from you that you do have supportive energies all around you, and you're using them improperly. And this is you ending the cycle of goofing off with that shit. You're going to start using your resources to your benefit. And I'm not just talking about, money in the bank or, a full fridge. I'm talking about emotional quality resources. You're going to start putting it into your work and your life. And you're going to end up with a proper 10 of Pence, and not this kind of half-ass, barely making it, scratching by. It's a reset for you to do well, and you're going to take it. You see it, and you're going to take it. It feels really good, gems. And your love, this is standing alone. This is standing alone in your power. I feel that as well. And it's not a bad thing. You're going to like it. All right, gems, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the Spirit moves you. And, of course, email me to contact me personally or book a personal reading. I'm only doing $11.11 readings right now for about 20 minutes to half an hour. 3-card readings. Just keeping it simple while I'm getting ready to move myself. All right, loves, have a great week and good luck.